Hey guys, hey everyone. I hope you're doing good today. I wanted to dive into something that's been on my mind again. About our lives. How they need to be a blend of altruism and self-fulfillment. Living solely for others, that's a martyr's life of misery. Don't do that. If everyone did that, it would defeat the purpose. On the flip side, living for yourself, that's parasitism. Inevitably harming others. We'd all suffer if everyone lived that way. This brings us to the classic statement, it's all about finding that perfect balance. Altruism and self-fulfillment often seem at odds, but they can coexist harmoniously. The right way to live lies somewhere in between, and finding that perfect balance is a lifelong experience and journey. And even then, who's to say we ever really perfect it? But that's what makes life interesting, isn't it? Striving for that balance. Finding that sweet spot where we can be both kind and fulfilled. This reminds me of music is actually the main thing I wanted to talk about. This reminds me of music and the psychological insights it offers. Music is undeniably an art form. It's fascinating to see how our musical taste evolves as we progress through age. I remember the first time I got deeply into music back in the early days of YouTube. I'd look up music videos like Muse's Uprising with the cats and the teddy bear, or Green Day's Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday because I heard it in American Wasteland when I was a kid, skating games in the early 2000s and all that. There's something magical, I find, about that journey of discovering music that speaks to you on a deep level. It's like seeing your own evolution in taste and appreciation unfold. When I was in second grade, I remember staying after school during the Safe Key program, and if you don't know what Safe Key is, it's when your parents can't pick you up on time, so the school has like a few teachers or assistants come in and they watch the kids, and they give them like a lunch and recess, and then your parents come to pick you up. One of those teachers had a birthday going on, and I remember they played the songs Teach Me How to Dougie and all these other dance songs from the early 2000s, and I was excited because my friends at the time, I remember my second grade friends who I'd trade Pokemon cards with, and we'd trade Crayola pens that smell like Oreos, and they taught me all these dances. They taught me how to do the Dougie. They taught me how to do all these rituals, right? Taught me how to move. And I was so scared. I was too scared to dance that night in front of everyone. And over the years, that anxiety has haunted me. But I still hear those songs from time to time. They're relics of a different era, you could say, proving that music is a time machine quote you might hear or see on YouTube comment sections. It can be true. Music can indeed be a time machine. Maybe you remember the first time you listened to Deftones or Mozart. Or perhaps a song from the radio brings back memories of fixing up your classic sports car. Maybe a song from the end of a TF2 movie you haven't heard in 14 years suddenly plays at the barber shop, and you feel a glistening nostalgia beating in your heart. And it's like you're reliving a significant memory in your own history. Personally, I've had countless opportunities to fall out of love with music, fall back in love with it, forget about it, revisit it, so on and so forth. There's music I first heard when I was too scared to dance at that Safe Key birthday bash, whatever it was. Then forgot about it until I was 14, rediscovered it as an adult, and each time, the music feels different. Maybe not as grand, but it can encapsulate, and you can notice different things about it if you pay attention. The music always has a new level of depth. Music has this incredible ability to grow with us. The same song can mean entirely different things at various stages of our lives. It's like a timeless companion. Always there, ready to offer a new perspective. This makes me realize that people can change and transform because they're inspired by something they wish to become. Music can help with that. Many people don't believe in change or they think they're capable of it. There are numerous counters to this idea. There's the religious belief that all things are possible through God. Some people argue that transformation is impossible and they're defeatist in nature. Others find a raison d'etre, a reason for being that drives them to change, something that is a call to action. I was discussing this with my friend the other night. My friend told me how he started working out only to get stronger because he wanted to fight people. That was his motivation. I mean, there's also political factors behind it. He wanted to punch people in the face, but, and, you know, he ended up on the other side, out, you know, all good. But these minor things, when given enough attention, can change you. Over time, after your initial intent is refined, you can morph into a more positive version of yourself based on what you've learned. It's a transforming experience. I think music can facilitate this transformation. Sometimes you hear a song that reminds you of a breakup and you just want to sulk. Other times you hear a perfect dance song and you just want to schmove. Sometimes you listen to a rock song and you really get into it, you know, headbanging, all that jazz. The song's intent doesn't always have to relate directly to the current or present situation you're in. Sometimes a rock song can be surprisingly depressing. I remember hearing Pearl Jam as a kid and thinking, whoa, he's talking about black paint and it's all metaphorical. Whoa, symbolism, whoa. So I get it, but if you want to change yourself, you think music can help, try to let it. Let it positively change you, even if it means sitting there and feeling something out deeply. If a song is sad, don't just give it pity points. Feel what's being conveyed. If it's a story about a couple dealing with an abortion and the father's feeling, this is like the song, in the song, right? And the father's feeling loss. Understand that emotion. Maybe that's not the best example, but I think you get what I'm saying. Music can be a powerful tool for self-reflection. It can push you to confront emotions you've been avoiding. It can be a catalyst for change if you let it. The right song at the right time can feel like a lifeline, pulling you through tough times. That's what you read in comic sections, and any famous song or anything put out there people can relate to and use as a scapegoat or like a rope to pull them out of the water they're drowning in. And it's not just the lyrics. Sometimes it's the melody, the rhythm, the way the instruments blend. The whole package creates an emotional impact, tapping deeply into something within us that words alone just can't reach. So let yourself be moved by music. Let it wash over you, change you, transform you. Don't be afraid to feel what it makes you feel, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or peace. Let those emotions flow through you. Let the hate flow through you. Use them as a stepping stone for personal growth. Remember, change isn't always a grand sweeping gesture. It's not as instant as Zoomers grow to think it is. Sometimes it's the little things, the tiny shifts in perspective, the small decisions that add up over time. Music can be a companion of that journey, a guide that helps you navigate the complexities of your own life. So crank up the volume, let the music play, and see where it takes you. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself. Thank you for watching, and good luck. I wish everyone the best, and if you're feeling stuck, I hope that you can find your way out. Till next time.